Everyone, welcome back to the NFL Review channel. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the Gemtech Mist-22 V. So this is an integrally suppressed barrel setup that you can buy separately from the Smith Wesson SW22 Victory. So pretty sweet little setup here. We're going to cover it as fast as we can here in the studio so we can hit that range as usual and get straight to shooting. Before we do, I just want to give you guys a huge round of applause. Wow, Suppress Fest 2022 is like 45% sold out. You guys are going crazy buying tickets for Saturday and Sunday. So with it being like 5 months away, this event's probably gonna sell out within the next month or two, which is really cool, really exciting. It really shows that you guys wanna go out there and experience these products firsthand and demo them all day, ammo included, and really put your hands on them, put your ears to them, and understand what your next purchase is gonna be with that firsthand experience. So really excited to get Suppress Fest back, and it is going to be an annual event from here on out, just like it was before COVID. So super excited about that, but without further ado, let's go ahead and break down this bad boy, and then we'll hit the range and see what it sounds like. First things first, I already shot some B-roll for you guys at home. These specs I'm about to tell you are just the suppressor tube, okay? Not including the SW22 Victory host gun, okay? So keep that in mind. So the overall length of the barrel system itself comes in at 8.95 inches. And inside of there, the actual barrel, you'll actually see a little line here. The barrel itself is 3 inches. The diameter is going to vary because as you can see here, it kind of steps down in the middle, has a bull nose here at the front. So as far as the smallest diameter on this barrel system, it comes in at 0.950 inches, and at its widest, it comes in at 1.120 inches. As far as the weight, pretty light. The whole system itself weighs only 10.9 ounces, which is lighter than the factory barrel. I'll show you later. As far as the tube, it is constructed of 7075 T6 aluminum, and it has a matte black high temperature Cerakote on it, and the monocore baffle stack inside is constructed of 17.4 stainless steel with a black oxide finish on it for durability. Of course, caliber is going to be 22 long rifle only. Your host is going to be the really accurate, as far as its claim to fame, SW22 Victory from Smith Wesson, and its retail price comes in at $490. Now, of course, that's on top of the firearm itself. This one particular, this SW22 Victory, is not the Performance Center model, so this is the base model, and this retails for $454. Gun shops I've seen sell them for like $350 range, so with the taxation theft from the government, you should be just at the $1,000 mark for the complete setup, tax stamp, and everything. So not too bad. Now let's cover the special features, and then we will hit the range. One thing to note, you have an integrated front sight here. Now this base model Victory did come with green fiber optic sights, and as you can see on the Gemtech Mist here, it just has a white dot, which if you are just point shooting and concentrating on the front sight, curious to see how that is going to affect our shooting at the range, because I have that bright green glow in the rear, and then I have just a plain white dot. So that's going to be pretty interesting out in the range. But this is dovetailed. So I'm sure, I didn't look it up yet prior to entering the studio, but maybe there is some replacement green fiber optic blades for this, which would be pretty neat. And of course, since it is a 22 long rifle, it is user serviceable. Now, this firearm is unloaded. Let's go ahead and just lock this bolt back, because we are going to be putting our hand in front of the bore. All you would need is a 1/4 inch ratchet, and insert it right into the end of the muzzle. And you just need to just loosen it there. There we go. Is the outer sleeve just slides right off. If you look underneath the barrel, I'll show you close up here, there's like a little notch tab. It says in the very detailed manual, by the way, not to rotate it to remove it. There's O-ring engagement here on the back, so you have no gas leakage when when firing, all you need to do is just pull it straight forward. That's it. Then you can set aside your 7075 aluminum tube, and you are left with your 17.4 stainless steel, one-piece machined baffle stack, which is pretty neat. Now you're probably wondering, well, this is gonna be a pain in the butt to still clean. You gotta like handle the gun, blah, blah, blah. They thought of that. Use a wrench, and you can loosen it. Gonna get all oily here. This is on fire, brand new, have not shot it yet. You can remove the actual monocore from your host gun. Now remember, when this shipped to me, it came with the stainless steel barrel here. And as you can see, we still have part of the Mist on here. This is that 3-inch barrel I referenced earlier. Okay, here's what it came shipped as. Okay, with the factory bull barrel on there. This is actually how I'm going to shoot the unsuppressed scenes today. I'm just going to do this, remove it all at the range, and just shoot it without the front sight to get the unsuppressed baseline audio, and then I'll put it all back together and shoot it again. That way we have the same exact host, same ammo, everything's the same. I just remove the suppressed part, shoot my scenes, and put it back on. Once you have everything cleaned, which you can use an ultrasonic cleaner for the baffle stack, do not put the tube in there. Tube is aluminum. Bad. Ultrasonic bad. So, and it will destroy the finish on there. It will destroy the finish on this as well. So if you can get away with just knocking off the chunks with a brush and some solvent, just like you would clean any normal firearm, okay, then I suggest you do so. You know, I know we get carried away with ultrasonic cleaning these days, but you know, sometimes less is more, specifically in the 22 world. When you have a little crud buildup in there, I've noticed it helps with suppression by a couple decibels to help deaden that sound. So, you know, just, I think the manual said every 250 rounds, get in there and clean it. So every 250 rounds, get in there with a flathead screwdriver, knock off those chunks of carbon and lead, and you'll be good to go. You don't need to get it squeaky clean. Once you get it clean enough, oil it back up. Just helps with everything not sticking down the road. Slide the outer tube back on. You'll see that tab fits on there quite nice, so that O-ring feels really good. Everything's hunky-dory. Put your front cap back on and you're good to go. It's literally that simple. Very, very simple. It was even simple to install this. I checked out the manual and read it, and I was like, is it really that easy? Literally all I did was remove the screw in the bottom, which is what you typically have to do to field strip the gun for cleaning. This whole receiver part pops off. Okay, you slide out the bolt, then you would get to cleaning. Well, once you get it off of the frame, you just turn it over, and there is a secondary screw, a set screw, that literally just holds the barrel into the receiver here. You just back it out a couple turns, and the entire factory barrel just slides out. You slide this one on, put the set screw back on, throw your frame back on, put that screw back in. It took like 2 minutes, and I've never done it before. So super easy. You guys will have no problem switching out that factory barrel. Let's go ahead and tighten this on there before we forget. You don't want to go crazy there getting it tight. It is just a 22, and you're good to go. User serviceable, looks good, sight built in, and the gun is ready to fire. Now, one of the benefits of having a 3-inch barrel is you can shoot pretty much every high velocity 22 round under the sun and it will still remain subsonic. It will still have subsonic properties because the barrel's so short, the powders don't have enough time to get that projectile up to speed. So of course you can shoot CCI standard velocity, CCI subsonic, all the subsonic calibers. I'm sure it's going to sound quite nice. We will do that today. But you can also shoot that bulk pack cheaper. I was going to say cheap, but it's not cheap anymore. Not 10 years ago cheap. But now you can shoot that, you know, Winchester bulk pack 22 copper plated high velocity ammo, and it's still going to sound good, which is really awesome, especially when ammo starts to get hard to find, kind of like it is now. And last but not least, it is 1.5 ounces lighter with this barrel, even though it is much longer, because this is, you know, solid stainless steel bull barrel. Now 1.5 ounces doesn't sound like a lot, and I really wasn't sure what to expect when I moved the barrel over, but it balances a little better. It's pretty damn front heavy with that barrel on there from the factory, and now there's just, you know, 1.5 ounces less weight out front, and it kind of rebalances it from, you know, out here to somewhere right around here. It's not completely balanced, okay, but it is a heck of a lot better than it was right out of the box. So I think that pretty much concludes the studio portion today. If you guys have any questions, anything that I breezed by or missed, please just leave a comment below and I will get to it. Remember, this is more of a review on the suppressor and not the firearm itself. But when we're done shooting today, I will comment on the trigger and everything, because this is my first S22 victory, and we're going to put it through the paces and see how it does today. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna go stand next to my new company vehicle tax write-off here. Proof, IRS. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the review today. It was certainly fun to get out here and shoot in between all this rain. It's that time of year here in Florida. Rainy season is upon us. And now that it's done raining, here comes the humidity. I can barely see out of these sunglasses. So, thoughts on, let's start with the pistol, with the Victory. Accurate with the suppressor. Couldn't test accuracy, of course, without a front sight when I shot the unsuppressed scenes. But the trigger's not bad. The gun was pretty good. We did have to break it in a little bit. I had some grease in my bag, some machine gun grease that I used on the belt feds. It worked quite well, actually, on the bolt here. So once we had a couple mags of the Federal bulk pack through the gun, everything kind of loosened up nice, and we didn't have any stoppages there. Trigger, again, not bad at all. It does have a over travel set screw here in the middle of the trigger. It was actually quite nice. Let me go ahead and just demonstrate that here. The gun is empty, hits a nice hard wall, zero creep, and then a nice clean break. So not bad for the price point. As far as suppression, I will say this. I have heard quieter integrals, mainly the TBA suppressors, Sicario 22, which I'm not sure is in production anymore, but that's usually indicative of a monocore design. But that being said, with all the rain, I've noticed when I shoot suppressed scenes, shoot at all these woods are flooded with water about shin high, and it acts like a megaphone when the sound waves reach those woods, and it kind of echoes a little worse than usual than when it's really dry out here during our dry season. So something to keep in mind. The next suppressor review I do out here, it's going to be wet still, so we'll be able to kind of compare that. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. I have a whole room full of suppressors I need to get through, but we'll keep that in mind on the next one. As far as the Federal bulk pack and the CCI standard velocity, you have a velocity spread of about 250 feet per second there, from the standard velocity to the higher velocity Federal bulk pack. Couldn't really tell much of a difference out here in person. Obviously, you give the slight edge to the CCI standard velocity, but firearm reliability went up with the Federal because it had a little bit more oomph behind it and it ran the bolt a little faster. So I guess they know what they're talking about. If I were you, I would just run the cheaper bulk pack ammo through here. You're going to have a more enjoyable experience, less stoppages, and it sounds pretty darn close to the super quiet standard velocity stuff. So didn't really notice any first round pop as well. All the subsequent shots after shot one sounded pretty much the same. I did something a little new today. I shot from the ejection port side, okay, like I normally do, and then I did super close point blank, and then I did the non-ejection port side, which I never do. And when I reviewed it here in person, I haven't hit the studio yet, but you can tell quite a difference between all the sound escaping the port and not hitting the microphone from the non-ejection port side. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then of course we did the downrange view as well to kind of give you guys at home a nice wide array of vantage points, which I thought was pretty cool. We didn't test for accuracy today because I forgot new cardboard and it's all waterlogged and destroyed, so couldn't test that. From what I could tell, it was shooting perfectly to point of aim. I was aiming for the bolts that are run through the shoot steel targets out there, and it was smacking them. So, and we're at 45 yards. Pretty impressive. So I don't know what else to say. I didn't have any problems with the front white sight. Everything was nice, easy to take up. No complaints there. I mean, if it really bothered you, you can drift out that dovetail sight and throw on fiber optics to make it all matchy match. But other than that, pretty fun gun. The mags actually broke in loading today. It was a little stiff from the get-go, but now they're good to go and nicely worn in. No complaints. I think it's a home run here from Gemtech, and it gives you guys out there just one more option for suppressor use. So hope you guys enjoyed the review today. I have I want to say 2 more suppressor reviews from Gemtech, and then I have suppressor reviews from 6 Hour and some others. So stay tuned, a lot more suppressor reviews coming, and I'm going to sprinkle in some firearm reviews in there as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't bought your tickets yet at suppressfest.com, don't wait till the last minute because they are going fast. Like I said, we're about halfway sold out, and you do not want to miss out on this event. There's going to be a ton of great companies there for you to test their products, ammo included, and always giveaways on both days so you can win some firearms and suppressors, which is always a nice bonus. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.